Just south of Troy, Ohio, tucked between farm fields and gravel roads, once stood a racetrack that captured the heart of a community. It wasn't famous, it wasn't flashy, but for 2 decades, Boone Hill Speedway was a center of excitement, friendship, and hometown pride. This is the story, the rise, the fall, and why it still matters. Back in the 1950s, car culture was booming. Several towns around the U.S. had local dirt tracks. A place where weekend warriors turned stock cars into thunderous machines. Troy was no exception. Boone Hill Speedway, carved out of farmland south of town, became a quarter-mile dirt oval where locals came to race, cheer, and belong. Opening night drew crowds from miles around. Families packed the stands, kids pressed against the fence, and for a few shining hours, small-town Ohio felt like the big leagues. Drivers from Troy, Piqua, and Dayton hauled in homemade stock cars on flatbeds. The air filled with the smell of oil, dust, and popcorn. As the engines came alive. It was grassroots racing, rough, loud, and unpredictable. No million-dollar teams, no corporate logos, just courage, skill, and community. Every Saturday night produced heroes. Cars spun through the turns, dirt flying into the bleachers, and the crowd roared for hometown names that became local legends. What made Boone Hill special wasn't the size of the track, it was the spirit of the people around it. Farmers, factory workers, and mechanics stood shoulder to shoulder, cheering on their friends. For some, it was their first job selling popcorn. For others, their first date under the lights. It wasn't just about racing, it was Troy's Saturday night heartbeat. But by the late 1960s, the world of racing was changing. Bigger tracks like Kilcare and Xenia, and Eldora and Rossburg drew fans and sponsorships. Insurance costs rose, safety demands grew, and small-town ovals like Boone Hill struggled to survive. When the final race was run, the lights went dark and the bleachers came down. Nature slowly reclaimed the clay. Grass grew, fences fell, and the echoes of race night faded into memory. But Boone Hill will never truly disappear. Ask longtime Troy residents, and you'll still hear the stories. The packed stands, the laughter, the thrill of Saturday nights under the lights. The track may be gone, but the spirit of Boone Hill lives on, in the hearts of those who were there, and in the legacy of a community that built something together. Boone Hill Speedway was more than just a track. It was a symbol of small-town spirit and the power of community. It may be quiet now, but it's a story that still echoes through the fields of Troy, Ohio.